still can't edit, so I'm going to try and tell you everything you need to know about sewing a pair of knickers live, one hit, no edits. Right, so knickers. Tip 1, where you can, cut your fabric out right sides together. That means they're already lined up ready for you to take it straight to the machine. You see here we've got a centre back seam, because I cut my fabric out with the right sides together, it was just boom, already lined up perfectly. So that's tip 1, where you can, cut out right sides together. Tip 2, now there's lots and lots of curved seams with knickers, especially on the leg. So when you have your knicker pattern, you'll see lots of curves at the end. You want to line it up, not point to point, edge to edge. You want to think, where is your seam allowance? So if your seam allowance is 1/4 inch, you're going to come in, your point is going to come in 1/4 inch on each side, and you'll see that there'll be an overhang. That is correct, because once you've serged it off, that overhang will disappear, and your point here, which is 1/4 inch, will line up from here, which is also 1/4 inch. So don't think, oh right, I've got my two ends. Don't match up your ends, match up where it will be with your seam allowance. Next thing, Kwik Sew, their method of inserting elastic is 1-to-1 on the front, and then stretching the elastic over the bottom. This does make a really nice finish. So first, sew your loop of elastic. Kwik Sew does allow for your seam for your overlap. So whatever the guide says, cut your elastic to that guide and then overlap. You don't need to add on extra for the overlap. Then you need to find where is your halfway point, and it's not on the crotch seam. If you put these, if you line up your side seam, let's say both sides are edged, but if you work around your edges together, bum 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 bum, you will find that, and I've put a pin on it, and I've put a pin on it on the other side. You'll see that your halfway point is towards the front. It's not on the crotch seam. Okay, so next thing, of course, is, well, it's all very well and easy doing 1-to-1 when you do this side and then stretch at the back. But what happens when you come to the other side? Now, you can see here, I've got my join on the hip. Some people like to put the join under the crotch. Again, it's a personal preference thing. I like it on the hip. Other people say no, do it there. Just be consistent. So, going over to our other side, we are going to walk. Ignore that mark, because I got a bit distracted and started doing this, another patterns method. Right, so I'm going to line up my join, and I'm going to 1-to-1, I'm going to walk my elastic along the edge. Okay. This does take a few seconds to get right. Here we go. Right, there we go. I'm going to put a pin there. I'll take that other pin out. Quickly show you the stitch. Settings really for stitching is, again, it's whatever works for you. I am doing the Kwik Sew way, which is initially starting on stitch number 4, which is the elastic zigzag stitch. So I'm going to attach it using that stitch, but I'm not going to use that stitch for when I top stitch the elastic down. Okay, so starting on my pin. Okay, lining that up. So I'm trying to get it so that there's a little bit of fabric just showing, so it's not butted completely up against the edge. Right, so here we go. Few more inches, so there's no stretch on either the elastic or the fabric. Get out of the way. Yeah, okay, so the joiner's come a little bit towards the back. I'm not going to worry about that. Right, so from here on, it's a pull. So pulling the elastic to meet the fabric. Right, I seem to be going off a little bit there. Just readjust. Right, okay. Now I'm probably not doing this as well as I normally would because I'm in a bit of a cramped position. I've got an overhead light to my left and my daughter is filming to the right, so I'm not straight onto my machine. I'm a little bit at a sideways angle. Right, I might have to just shift because this is really uncomfortable. Okay, let's take that pin out, don't need that. Okay, I'm going to try and flip this seam up so it matches the other side. Okay. Oh, hello. Right. Right, something went horribly wrong there. Okay, This is live. So where have I gone?